Here, I'm going to be providing a summary of the Heart Sutra. So as you can see, the Heart Sutra is very short, one of the shortest of all Buddhist sutras. However, as you can see from this course, it's very deep, profound, and full of underlying meanings. The single most important thing to take away from the Heart Sutra is the teaching of emptiness. Emptiness is one of the most important teachings of Buddhism because it is emptiness, the prajna, the wisdom of emptiness, that allows one to become liberated from their sufferings, liberated from anger, greed, and ignorance, and to attain complete and ultimate liberation, the state of Buddhahood. How one cultivates emptiness in their everyday life is by practicing the middle path, where one is free from extreme views. Here, it's very important to distinguish emptiness as an extreme view and real emptiness that is not an extreme view. If we are attached to emptiness, it becomes an extreme view. The opposing view being form. Most people are attached to form. They are attached to the form of the ego, the form of the body, the form of the money, their wealth, reputation, and career. Whereas the other side of this extremity is emptiness. So they say form is emptiness and emptiness is form. That is because they are the two extreme views of the non-dual concept. Throughout the practice of Buddhism, most people will start to side with emptiness, start to understand and practice emptiness. And that's a good thing because emptiness takes us away from the attachment to form. However, if we side too much towards emptiness, we become attached to emptiness and then we start to reject form. And that is not the middle path. The middle path is one where we are free from form as well as free from emptiness. We can initially use emptiness to detach us from form, but once form is detached, emptiness is also detached, and that is the middle path, which is the real emptiness. Like the Buddha says, the Dharma is like a raft that we use to cross to the other shore. Once we arrive at the other shore, even the Dharma itself should be detached. And so here, after we use the teachings of emptiness to detach us from form, we can also detach from the teachings of emptiness. And that is real emptiness. How we can apply this in our everyday life is to detach from the things that we are overly attached to by using the opposite extreme. For example, if we have excessive greed, we practice the opposite extreme, being generosity. And so generosity removes us from greed. If we have excessive anger and hatred, we practice loving kindness and compassion. And that energy is the energy of the opposite extreme, which removes us from anger and hatred. If we have strong attachment to self and our ego, we can either contemplate the emptiness of the 5 skandhas, as taught in the Heart Sutra, or we can just place more emphasis on others, using empathy, kindness, and service. This is the true teaching of emptiness, where one abides in the middle path that's free from all extreme views. That way, a person's mind can abide nowhere, being free and liberated. More importantly, the Heart Sutra introduces basically all of the primary Buddhist teachings, such as the 5 skandhas, the 18 consciousnesses, the 12 links of dependent origination, the 4 noble truths, and the 8-fold noble paths. Each of these teachings, if practiced to perfection, will lead the practitioner to perfect enlightenment. But that can only be attained if one is practicing this teaching without attachment to it. Otherwise, they are not practicing the middle way. And that is why Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is explaining the emptiness of even the wholesome dharmas like the greatest Buddhist practices. This is what is meant by practicing without attachment, that real attainment is non-attainment. Most importantly is to not attach to emptiness. As the Buddha said, it is safer to attach to the ego as great as Mount Sumeru than to attach to an ounce of emptiness. The reason being, if one attaches to emptiness, it is impossible to save this person. This person will start to reject all dharmas, reject all help, reject everything and everyone, and that person will spiral down his own emptiness, which is not real emptiness. Real emptiness just means the middle path that is free from extremities. If someone attaches to emptiness, then they begin to reject everything, and that is attaching to an extreme view, which is not the emptiness of the middle path. In the next video, we are going to apply the Heart Sutra into the 3 acts of goodness framework so that we can apply the teachings of this sutra into our everyday lives. See you there.